All right, we need to talk about the higher timelines of possibilities and opportunities that you are expected and can shift into in 2025, but you have to collapse the idea that you are being tested by the universe, that you have to keep learning your lesson in order to evolve, in order to expand. The quantum matrix that we are stepping into no longer requires you to be tested. It actually just wants you to look at it from this perspective. And if we're new to each other, hi, I'm Danielle Mercurio. I'm a cosmic channel, and I tap into future consciousness to help you show up here and now. Essentially, we are moving out of an old paradigm where you have to go through a series of tests, where you have to strive, where you have to prove yourself in order to deem yourself worthy of moving on, to say, yes, I've learned all my lessons. Yes, I've checked all the boxes. Yes, I did everything I was supposed to. Do I get my reward now? That is an old way of thinking. It is also very linear because what you're moving into is a life where everything is more multifaceted. Everything is more diverse. There are more possibilities. There are more options. There is more of life that wants to be presented to you in a way like never before. So you can't look at how you move through life in a step-by-step process anymore. It's not, I passed the test and now I can move forward, because honestly, to limit it to one test wouldn't even be enough. And once again, it's a more old school, Piscean age, capitalist form of thinking and a timeline that honestly doesn't work for you and probably never did. So in this new way forward, it's not about whether you passed or failed the test. It's about moving into a space where you recognize and you understand that you are in a co-creation process with something greater, that literally the universe is a mirror on your behalf. And every way you make moves forward, every day that you show up for, you are now experiencing a reflection of that, and it operates more as a feedback loop. It's more so giving you information. You are being sourced wisdom and guidance from something greater to show you who you are, what is currently happening, and then you get to decide how you move forward from here. It's less about being right or wrong and more about trusting what feels true to you. The more that you lean into how you want to feel, the more that you make your choices from a conscious place, the more you're going to not only move forward and see the world in ways that feel most aligned, you'll continue to get evidence that shows you where you are and how to bring what it is that you want to life and actually enjoy the process instead of being in fear of the dynamics of how you're meant to show up here and now. Everything that happens from here on out, every synchronicity, every little nudge, every little insight that you get going forward is once again contributing to that feedback loop, and then you have a choice of how you want to loop forward. We're not spiraling out, we're not spiraling downwards, we're actually spiraling in a way that allows us to ascend. That's where we then catch the new timeline. If you want to ascend timelines, if you are so tired of the old one, if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so over it, I don't want this life on repeat anymore, then stop trying to participate in tests in the old timeline. They do not work, and you are not meant to be tested all the time. That is not why you were sent here. You were not sent here to be a student that is constantly tested. You were sent here to be a co-creator with something greater and to allow yourself the magnificence, the possibility of what could happen from such. We are now moving from fear to curiosity. We are moving from doubt to trust. We are moving more into a life that meets you where you're at. But you have to be honest. You have to be transparent. You have to be open to this higher way forward. What we're moving into in this upcoming year is going to be unlike anything your human self has seen before, but everything your soul has known to be true and felt deep down inside. And so the assignment going forward, if we want to look at it that way, is lean in. Get curious, be introspective, focus on how you want to feel. Trust that wild things can appear and drop out of nowhere. Listen to the feedback. Don't feel like you're being punished. You are not being blamed. No one is pointing the finger at you. You haven't done anything wrong. You are a good person with a good heart. And the more that you trust that, the more you see that anything that's happening in your external world is just information being sourced to help you tap back into your heart and allow life to be a loving, safe place for you. In 2025, you are the artist, you are the alchemist, you are the creator. The more you lean into that, the more infinite, luminous possibilities await you. Keep going, You got this.